of times people will ask me, why should I make a pilgrimage to the Holy Land? Or isn't it enough that I read the gospel and I have faith? What difference does it make to make a pilgrimage to the Holy Land? So one of the analogies that I like to use is this. We all have a friend. We always heard stories about them, and we thought that we knew them. And then one day, maybe years after knowing them, we go and we visit their hometown. And we see where they went to school, where they went to church. And suddenly, all the stories that we had about this person, everything that we thought we knew, we now know in a deeper way, we know in a different way, because we've been able to connect the places with the stories that we've heard. I think that what happens in our faith and our relationship with Christ is that He's been telling us the story of His life in the gospel, but we've never been to the places. Then we go, and we go to see where He was born. We go to the Sea of Galilee, where He did so much of His ministry. And then we connect with Him in a deeper way, and we know Him in a deeper way, in a way that we can only know Him by being here.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us.
It's been dreamlike, really. I can't believe I'm here. I was overwhelmed just coming in, and I think when we got on the bus, Mahul said something about we were chosen. And I felt that way the whole time, that I've been chosen to be here. And that it was a privilege, and I knew it was a privilege for me to be here, but he said it was a privilege for him and the people here, for us to be here. And I feel so privileged that we got Mahul as a guide, because he told us he was a Galilean, you know, an ethnic person that understood this land from a huge perspective.
The roofs were very much in use in the old days, and still. The roofs in the villages, my friend, if you go to the Arab village today, what you see on the roof in the summertime, you will see all kind of things.
This has been absolutely the most incredible experience of my life. Just to walk on the ground where Jesus walked and to touch the waters of the Sea of Galilee has been such an incredible experience. It's almost beyond description.
At about 3 in the morning, he came walking toward them on the lake. When the disciples saw him walking on the water, they were terrified. "It is a ghost," they said. Jesus hastened to reassure them. "Get hold of yourselves, it is I, do not be afraid." Peter spoke up and said, "Lord, if it is really you, tell me to come to you across the water." "Come," he said. So Peter got out of the boat and began to walk on the water, moving toward Jesus. But when he perceived how strong the wind was, becoming frightened, he began to sink and cried out, "Lord, save me." Jesus at once stretched out his hand and caught him. "How little faith you have," he exclaimed. "Why did you falter?" Once they had climbed into the boat, the wind died down. Those who were in the boat showed him reverence, declaring, "Beyond doubt, you are the Son of God."
50 years plus, I've been looking at maps of the Holy Land in the back of my Bibles. And now they mean something. Because now I've seen the actual land that those maps are based on. And when it says that Jesus walked from here to there, or Jesus came from Bethpage on the Mount of Olives on a donkey into Jerusalem, I know the road he walked. And the steepness of it, no one had ever told me that before. But nonetheless, it's just now something that's real.
I had an idea of kind of a romantic notion of that place, that it was supposed to be that way from when Jesus was born, but society has changed and moved around, and still the Spirit comes through if you just allow yourself to participate and be open to it. seminary, and we were with the Mass in Aramaic. It's just incredible. And we had priests in the English-speaking and Italian-speaking and the Aramaic and the choir and children and everything. And I could look up there and know those prayers just by the cadence. I knew what they were saying. I could say in my own words what they were saying. And I thought, the church is universal. How beautiful this is. And that seminary is just a gift to the Holy Land, I think.
For the foreign people who hear that other Christians in the Holy Land, but the reality is the origin of Christian is from here. From the Holy Land. We have like a stream of media who tells not the real situation in the Holy Land. Come and see. You can help us by understanding our situation here, how we live here, how we struggle in our daily life. The most important thing is to come and see on the earth, not just here from the media.
Lady Nanette Picardal. Sir Solidamour Picardal. Sir Philip Galba. And for her husband Anthony Rashitsky. Lady Mary Kaufman, Sir Curtis Kaufman, Lady Carolyn Leontos, Lady Mary Gelber,
Reverend Stephen C. Porter.
Experience of the Holy Sepulchre this evening as a night of the Holy Sepulchre, entering into that place in a special way, where they cleared the way for us, and the Franciscan friars greeted us with the chanting of the Te Deum, and escorted us right to the entrance of the tomb, where they continued to pray. It's got to be humbling to realize that, you know, we've come all this distance from California, and there they were singing a Te Deum because we'd done that, because we'd come all that distance.
I thought of the women who went in and found the empty tomb and how frightened they were. And I thought how I felt, you know, when I saw the empty tomb. Jesus is risen, and now it's my responsibility to tell everyone Jesus is risen.
Somebody told me before I left on the trip, he said, this is going to be a life-changing event, and I thought, but believe me, it is. Because never having been in the Holy Land and going to the Holy Sepulchre where they had arranged sort of a private audience for us, and then the ceremony before we went in by ourselves into the Holy Sepulchre was a life-changing experience. It was awesome.
Just to be in these places, these holy, holy places, is just, I know I will never read the Bible the same way again.
And I think what I would say to people is just go with an open heart. Go with love. There is too much hate in the world. There is too much rancor in the world. There's too much resentment in the world. And maybe you have some and maybe I have some. But just go with an open heart and try and see things, perhaps not just with the eyes, but with the heart. And in that way, to realize God loves everybody. You know, He loves us Catholics. He loves the Jews because they were the first people He chose. He loves the Muslims. And He loves us Americans. And He wants us all to love each other.